Warning: failure to read, understand, and follow all manufacturer's warnings and instructions constitutes a misuse of this product and could result in serious injury or death. Please note this video is not a replacement for the included tree stand or harness instructions. Always be sure to carefully read, understand, and follow all written directions before you attempt to use this or any tree stand. If you do not have written instructions, contact Summit at 1-800-353-0634 for a complete copy. Watch this video completely. Replay any sections you don't fully understand. You'll be glad you did. Warning: never use a tree stand on a dead, leaning, diseased, loose-barked tree or utility pole, or on trees that have obstructions that may limit tree stand use. Never rely on a tree branch for support or as a step. Never use any type of tree that has obstructions that may limit tree stand use. The maximum weight limit for the Vine Double Hunter is 500 pounds for 2 people. The maximum weight limit for each person is 250 pounds. These limits include both users plus all clothing and/or gear that you plan on taking into the stand at any time. The maximum weight limit for one person is 350 pounds. This limit includes you plus all clothing and/or gear that you plan on taking into the stand at any time. Do not exceed this limit. All Summit ladder tree stands should be fitted on a tree with a diameter of at least 8 inches and not exceed a diameter of 20 inches. Warning: setting up a ladder stand requires at least 3 adults. 3 adults allow for proper support throughout installation. Do not try to install without at least 3 adults. Failure to follow these instructions could lead to improper setup, instability, serious injury, or death. Please refer to your printed instructions for a complete list of parts and hardware included with this stand. Assembly can be made easier with the use of a powered ratchet or drill with a socket adapter. Socket adapter and wrenches will need to be 13 millimeters in size. Take care not to over-tighten bolts when using power tools to assemble. Warning: assemble the entire top section of the stand before fully tightening any bolts or lock nuts. Warning: do not over-tighten the bolts and nuts to the point that the tubing becomes deformed or bent. It is recommended that all bolts be sorted to size prior to assembly. Note: assembling the top section can be made easier by building it on a large table or workbench. To assemble your Vine Double Hunter ladder stand, slide the swagged end of the left side seat frame into the left side jog tube and secure them together using a 40 millimeter bolt and lock nut. Repeat this process for the right side seat frame and right side jog tube. Now you will need to lay the foot platform and rear platform on the table or workbench. Once the holes line up, secure by installing 4 65 millimeter bolts and lock nuts. Note: do not install a bolt in the center hole of the footrest platform at this point. This will be done in a later step. Next, install the seat frame subassemblies onto the outside of the tabs on the front of the foot platform. Secure each side using one 50 millimeter bolt and lock nut on each side. Note: this bolt will be removed in a later step. Note: The welded tabs on the seat frame subassemblies should be facing in towards the center of the foot platform. Next, place the V-plate frame between the two seat frame subassemblies with the welded teeth plate pointed up and secure with one 50mm bolt in the back hole on each side. The front hole will remain open until a later step. Now place the two support tubes onto the front of the rear platform as shown, directly behind the lower V-brace on the foot platform, and secure each side with a 65mm bolt and lock nut. Note the end with two holes will be at the top. Also make sure these are installed with the correct offset bend orientation. Next, place the support tube to the back of the V-plate in between the two bars. Once the holes line up, secure both sides with a 65mm bolt and lock nut. Now place a plate connector onto the front of the foot platform and secure with one 40mm bolt and lock nut. Then place the plate connector to the back side of the jog tube and secure using one 40mm bolt and lock nut. When finished, repeat this procedure for the other side. Now place the cross support to the front side of the support tubes near the top and secure using one 65mm bolt and lock nut on each side. Place the middle seat support to the center hole in the foot platform that was previously left empty and secure with one 90mm bolt and lock nut. Then attach the opposite end of the middle seat support to the bottom side of the cross support. Once the hole lines up, secure with one 65mm bolt and lock nut. Next, place one of the seat bases to the left or right side of the seat frame. Once the hole is lined up, secure with a 65mm bolt and lock nut. You will also need to insert a nylon washer between the seat brace and seat frame to help prevent squeaking when the seat frame is raised and lowered. Note: the seat base has mounting holes on the non-bent end of the seat tubes. Repeat this process for the other seat base. Once both seat bases are attached to the outside seat braces, insert a 90mm bolt through the inside hole on one seat base, through the punched hole in the middle seat support, and through the other seat base. You will need to put nylon washers between the seat bases and the middle seat support. This will help prevent squeaking when the seat bases are raised and lowered. Once the bolt and nylon washers are in place, secure with a lock nut. Now place one of the seat backs to the right or left side of the seat frame and secure using one 65mm bolt with a nylon washer between the seat back and the seat frame. Once the bolt and nylon washer are in place, secure with a lock nut. Repeat this process for the other side. Note: the seat back has mounting holes on the bent end of the seat tubes. Once both seat backs are attached to the outside seat braces, Insert one 90mm bolt through the inside hole on one seat back, through the welded U-bracket on the middle seat support, and then through the other seat back. You will need to place a nylon washer between each seat back and middle support bracket. Once the bolt and nylon washers are in place, secure the assembly with a lock nut. Now slide the swagged end of the gun rest rail 1 into the gun rest rail 2 and secure together using one 40mm bolt and lock nut. Next, place the gun rest onto the outside of the seat frame assembly. Use one 70mm bolt, nylon washer, and lock nut to secure each side. Insert the nylon washer between the gun rest and seat frame assembly to help prevent squeaking when the gun rest is raised and lowered. Then insert a 50mm all-thread bolt into the second hole on each side of the gun rest and secure with a lock nut. This bolt is used as a stop for the gun rest. Now remove the bolts that were previously inserted into the foot platform holding the jog tubes in place. Then place the top ladder section tubes onto the outside of the welded tabs on the foot platform. An extra helper at this point will make this step much easier. Next, insert the left and right jog tubes into the top ladder section. Once all the holes line up, secure each side with a 50mm bolt and lock nut. Next, place the long support tube to the outside tab of the top ladder section. Once the holes line up, secure with one 50mm bolt and lock nut. Then, swing the opposite end of the long support tube to the outside of the footrest platform and secure using one 65mm bolt and lock nut. When finished, repeat these same procedures with the short support tube on the other side of the platform and top ladder section. At this point, go back and tighten all the bolts and lock nuts securely, being careful not to miss any. Warning, do not over-tighten the bolts where the tubes become deformed. Now wrap the two short arm pads over the top of the seat support bars and secure them with the hook and loop strips. Use the long pad to cover the front of the gun rest bar and secure it with the hook and loop strips. Caution! Do not use the gun rest bar as a handhold while climbing into or out of this stand. To assemble the rest of the ladder, place the flat plates on the ladder sections together so that the plates match up and the holes align. Secure the ladder sections together by using 6 35mm bolts and lock nuts. Then repeat this process for the remaining ladder section. To finish the ladder, you need to install the self-adhesive grip strips that were provided with your stand. Peel and stick these grip strips to the top surface of the horizontal bars on the ladder sections. These will provide better grip when ascending and descending the ladder. Warning! Never use this ladder stand on dead, leaning, diseased, or loose-barked trees. Never use on a utility pole or on trees that have any obstructions that may limit tree stand use. Never rely on a tree branch for support. To set up a summit ladder stand, first select a straight, healthy tree without any obstructions, branches, or limbs that might be in the path of setting up the ladder stand. Lay the ladder stand on the ground so that the V-bar is pointing up in the air, and the end of the ladder section is about 3 feet from the tree base. Ensure all your ladder sections are bolted together. Now you need to connect the ratchet straps to the stand. With the ladder stand lying on the ground, connect one ratchet strap end to one side of the upper V-bar. To connect the straps to the stand, wrap the straps around the frame and bring the ratchet or free end back through the loop to create a cinch knot. Then connect the short strap end to the other side of the upper V-bar. Then connect a second ratchet end to the lower V-bar, and then connect another short platform strap to the lower V-bar using the same cinch knot technique as before. Next, you need to attach the 2 long crisscross straps. They attach to the top ladder section just above the long and short support tubes as shown. Attach one on the right-hand side and one on the left-hand side using the same cinch knot technique. Finally, you need to connect the ratchet ends of the crisscross straps to the ladder section. Loop one ratchet end around the column of the ladder section below the second ladder rung from the end, and the other below the third ladder rung on the other side using the previous method to create a cinch knot. You should now have 2 ratchets hanging from the ladder section. Warning! Never wrap the stabilization straps around the ladder rungs or to the small diameter rods on the ladder sections. Wrap them only around the ladder columns, below the ladder rung. Before you are ready to raise the ladder stand, thread the crisscross strap through the barrel of the ratchet strap, located at the 3rd or 4th rung from the end of the ladder sections. Pull the strap tight. Tighten the ratchet until there is a slight arch in the ladder sections. With all the straps secured to the stand, you are now ready to raise the ladder stand with 4 able adults. Starting at the platform area, 1 person needs to be on each side of the ladder section and 2 people in the middle. Carefully raise the ladder stand up until the V-bar teeth come in contact with the tree. Pull the end of the ladder sections out away from the tree until the foot platform is level. Warning! Check the ground under the ladder stand to make sure it is firm and level. Once the platform is level, insert ground stakes to secure the bottom of the ladder. Next, release the crisscross straps ratchets so that the straps are hanging freely down. Now take the 2 crisscross straps that have been hanging freely down and walk behind the tree so that the straps form an X. Continue to pull the straps around the bottom of the ladder section and secure them to the ratchet straps that were attached below the 3rd or 4th rung of the ladder stand. Now thread the crisscross straps through the ratchet strap. When the ratchet strap is folded in, start from the bottom of the ratchet and insert the free end of the strap through the slot between the 2 ratchet bars. At this point, you can begin to ratchet the straps. Make sure you ratchet enough for the strap to go around twice. Remember, the free end of the straps should be facing out. Note: do not over-tighten these straps to where it starts to pull the foot of the platform down the tree. Warning: Always check to ensure the crisscross straps are secured correctly before leaving the ground. Before climbing up the ladder stand, visibly inspect to ensure the ground below the ladder sections is flat and level. All ladder sections are secured together by means of bolts. Crisscross straps are securely fastened correctly around the tree and to the ladder stands, and that the ground stakes are installed properly. Warning: never jump or bounce on any other part of the tree stand in an attempt to force the platform to seat into the tree. Warning: you must now put on your safety harness if you have not already done so. Always refer to your harness instructions included with this stand for proper use of your safety harness. Now, put on a full-body fall arrest harness system so you can attach the ladder platform to the tree. See full-body fall arrest harness system instructions and warnings for proper use. They were included with your stand purchase. Using 3 people, have one person on each side of the ladder section holding the ladder stand in place while you carefully climb the ladder stand. Make sure you use 3 points of contact as you climb. Make sure your full-body fall arrest harness is on. Upon arrival to the platform area, attach your tether strap to the tree and ensure you are secured properly to the tree in the event that a fall might occur. Next, keeping your weight centered on the middle of the platform area, wrap the previously installed upper ratchet strap free end around the tree and pull it through the barrel of the previously installed upper ratchet strap on the other side. Pull the strap tight and ratchet tight against the tree. Now wrap the previously installed lower ratchet strap end around the tree and pull it through the barrel of the previously installed lower ratchet strap on the other side. Pull the strap snug and then ratchet till it is tight. Important: all ratchet straps must be ratcheted around the barrel at least twice. While at the foot platform area, inspect all parts and bolts for any damage that may have been caused during setup or when carrying the product into the field. If any damage or loose hardware is found, discontinue use immediately. All repairs must be done at ground level. When descending the tree stand, detach your tether strap and carefully climb down the ladder. Always use 3 points of contact as you descend. Recheck the crisscross straps to ensure they are still tight. If they are not, retighten as necessary. Warning: all straps must be 100% inspected, including all ladder sections, to ensure they are secured by means of bolts prior to each use. Warning: you will not be connected to a safety rope or strap while you climb into or out of this ladder tree stand. Use extreme caution while ascending or descending the ladder. Take your time and do not hurry. Warning: this ladder must be held in place while it is ratcheted tight and while the top ratchet straps are put into place. Do not use until all straps are securely attached. When removing a ladder stand, it is required to have 4 able adults to assist you in removing the ladder stand from the tree. Before climbing into the ladder stand, put on your full-body fall arrest harness system by following the instructions and warnings for safe and proper use. Inspect all straps and ladder sections, ensuring they are properly attached to the tree and not damaged. With one person on each side of the ladder holding for stability, carefully climb up the ladder stand. Always use 3 points of contact with the ladder as you climb. Upon arrival to the foot platform area, immediately attach your full-body fall arrest harness system to the tree by looping your tether strap around the tree and connecting your tether to it. While secured to the tree with your harness connected to the tether strap, carefully disengage the upper and lower ratchet straps from around the tree. From this point until you are back at ground level, always ensure that 2 people are holding the ladder for stability. Warning: never remove the crisscross straps until you are safely back on the ground and the ratchet strap around the tree has been removed. Never climb any ladder stand without the crisscross straps secured correctly. Carefully disconnect your full-body fall arrest harness system from the tree, and without shifting your weight around, slowly and carefully descend the ladder using 3 points of contact. Upon arrival to the ground, disengage the crisscross straps and allow them to hang freely down under the foot platform. Secure the crisscross ratchet straps connected to the ladder section below the 3rd rung and tighten until they are tight. At this point, you also need to remove the ground stakes from the bottom of the ladder. Using 4 able adults, carefully walk the ladder down to the ground. Inspect the ladder for any damage possibly resulting from removing this product from the tree. Warning: never reuse ratchet straps that were left in the field for use. Call Summit Tree Stands to purchase replacement straps. Sunlight, animals, or tree growth could have affected the strap integrity, which could cause the strap to fail, causing serious injury or death. Before each use, look for nicks, gouges, cuts, cracks, bends, corrosion, or similar damage that can be the result of improper use or accidental damage. For instance, this could occur if someone else used the tree stand without knowledge of its proper use, or if the tree stand were dropped, hit by a motor vehicle, or subject to corrosive conditions, etc. Summit Tree Stands have the highest structural integrity by design, material selection, and manufacturing techniques. But as the owner, only your continued maintenance and care will assure trouble-free performance. By following the next few maintenance and care tips, you can extend the life of your stand. Summit foam seats are removable, so we recommend it is stored in a dry place when not in use. It is also important to replace your seat every 2 years or sooner if you discover damage or wear. If touch-up is required on the factory paint, use a high-quality outdoor spray paint to cover any bare metal areas that might develop over time. When moving your Summit tree stand, packing it away, or placing it in your vehicle, make sure it is securely tied down and no other objects can slide onto it or hit it. Warning: prolonged harness suspension may be fatal. If rescue personnel cannot be notified, you must have a plan to recover escape before hunting. Warning: self-extraction may become necessary if any of the following become true. No one knows your location. Your communication efforts are exhausted. You're confident you have the strength, dexterity, and ability to perform self-extraction. You decided this is your absolute last resort. It is important to carry a device to assist with self-extraction. Simple devices such as screw-in steps or a rope like the Summit Tree Descender will allow you to remove the weight from your harness. This may enable you to return to the tree stand, ladder, or climbing steps, or slowly descend the tree. Summit provides a suspension relief strap with all of its harnesses. Using the strap can help alleviate suspension trauma. Thank you for taking the time to read, watch, and understand the instructions for your Summit product. Knowing how to use your full-body fall arrest harness system and tree stand can be the difference between life and death. Remember, a successful hunt means taking the time to inspect your full-body fall arrest harness system and tree stand before each use, as well as properly wearing your full-body fall arrest harness system and properly using your tree stand. It is important to never hunt without telling someone your location. Enjoy using your Summit product.